Albuquerque, we are here at JJ's Garden Supplies, and I have the one and the only owner of JJ's. And just, if you could take a moment just to introduce yourself, tell us a little about where we are standing.
Hi, I'm JJ. I'm the crazy dude that started all this mess. We're really here just to promote organic and sustainable lifestyles. Drop off the BS and do what nature does for us best.
I love it, and I can also attest it smells phenomenal in here. It feels amazing, too. There's actually humidity in the air, which is great. So another question I have for you is just about Albuquerque. What drew you to start a business kind of here in Albuquerque in general?
I was born and raised in Albuquerque, so it was a no-brainer to be here. The reason I don't leave is because the desert needs food more than anybody else does. I could move out to Oklahoma and grow greens just as good as everybody else, but in the desert, nobody can grow it like we do.
That is very true. I can also attest to that there. It is interesting seeing the variety of plants. Can you tell us a little about, so we're here in the entry area of your shop. What all do you sell here? What, if people were walking in here, what kind of things can they expect to find inside your shop?
So we sell absolutely everything you need for gardening, from small scale, growing something in your backyard, to major scales, and we run a 5-acre farm ourselves. So we really encourage any aspect of it, and we try to push everybody, again, to that sustainable organic side of things.
That is phenomenal. Can you tell me, it's interesting having a garden shop. You mentioned we're here in the desert. Like, what drew you to open a garden shop? Is it just a lifelong passion that you've had, or like, what drew you to start this particular business?
It's more about supporting sustainability. We would go into a shop and you see nothing but nutrients that were derived from halfway across the planet, and that's not how you grow a plant. So I came here as the alternative. You want to learn how to grow something the traditional way? Let's teach you the traditional way.
So it looks like around us there's a lot of plants, a lot of materials that would use to grow plants. Like, who's your average customer? Like, how do folks find you? What are they coming in here looking for?
Yes, absolutely. We will have a huge nursery that we'll be setting up here in the next couple of weeks. We're already set and approved for that, so we'll have all of your vegetable starts for the season. We do all of the indoor indoor plants that we can possibly get our hands on. And really, the average person is anybody that can find us. If you have a passion for a plant, we can help you with that passion.
That is phenomenal. Can you tell me a little about just like your customers? How do your customers find you? Like right now, I know you're here. You mentioned you just moved into this kind of new shop. Yep. Can you tell us a little about where we are and like where folks can come in and visit you?
Absolutely. My growth has always been extremely organic. I don't even have a large sign up front. Most people that have found us because they looked online or they heard from one of their buddies. Our word of mouth gets about 75% of our customers for us.
Is there any, like a restaurant, a food, maybe something, because it sounds like you're from Albuquerque. Absolutely. So what is like your favorite go-to Albuquerque meal that you're like, oh, I got to get that, or treat somebody to it?
Oh, it has to be the breakfast burrito from the Frontier. There's no question about it.
That was the easiest answer all day. That's phenomenal. All right, Albuquerque, we are in the back of JJ's Garden Supplies, and this is just so interesting. I was getting ready to leave. I had to show this. If you could just tell us a little about, there's some very interesting things in this room. So in front of us here, we have some chicks, which you might, hold on, let's see if we can, that was their comment on the matter. But can you tell us a little about what else back here? You have a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, so in addition to plants, we believe in sustainability and the full holistic picture of things. So these animals are all here to support. These are actually going to our farm to give us fresh eggs. They're building up a flock of 500 that we currently have that are all organically fed, mostly off of these girls here. These are our composting worms.
Oh, wow.
So in each one of these buckets that we have, there's well over 1,000 worms, and they are breaking down, doubling in population and giving us fresh fertilizer on a daily basis.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how many, is every single one of these buckets, are these all worms?
Absolutely.
That is, if you had to guess, how many worms do you think are in?
Last count, we were just shy of 1 million.
Oh my God. So you have 1 million worms. Do you know how many chicks you have? Is this?
The chicks just landed today. We're at 305.
305. That's it. That is quite the, okay. And then over here, I see we also have fish.
So the fish are giving us our fresh waste for the plants to feed off of. And we also run mealworms that we have in the back, and we have rats in the back.
Wow. So it's literally, what do they call it? Nose to tail. You have everything. Everything is accounted for here. Everything seems like it feeds on itself, for lack of a better term.
Absolutely. The worms are feeding a lot of the population. The fish feed portions of the population, and all of the waste goes right back into the worms. So everything is holistically in full cycle.
That is phenomenal. And yeah, and also it's just a very pleasant place to be. This is great. I think, is there anything else you want to tell the people before we wrap up? Anything where they can find you, social media, all that fun stuff?
Absolutely. We're off of Wantabo. Please find us on Instagram. We've got all of our new reels up there, and we'll see you soon.